Hey everyone, it's Keely here, and today I'm sharing a layout and process video for Scrap Squad. I'm going to be using this week's Scraplift as inspiration, which you can see in the top right hand corner, and I'll also add the link for that in the description below. Straight away I was inspired by the black and white stripe, and I knew I had this paper in the Avenue collection. And the other side has lots of dogs, all different kinds on the back. And I'm actually going to be scrapping a photo of my dog Spud. My dog Spud is now 9 years old, but this was taken when he was just 1 day old. And I went round to see the litter of puppies. It isn't the best photo. He was squeaking away, trying to find his mum on this photograph, but I picked him out when he was just 1 day old, and he was absolutely adorable. He had a patch over one of his eyes and his ear, and he had a patch on his tail. He has got more patches as he's got older, but at this time that's all he had, and he had little pink feet. And he couldn't see, and he was squeaking away, and in fact he was actually the loudest puppy out of all the puppies. And it's quite funny because he's actually a really quiet dog. He barely makes a sound. He doesn't really bark or anything like that. But the quality of this photo isn't very good, and I think that's why I've kind of left it this long to scrap. It's quite blurry, like I said, he's moving, trying to find his mum. Obviously this was taken in 2011, so the phone camera quality at that time wasn't as good as it is now. And this is actually the last photo for my 2011 album. So I've completed an album, so I'm really pleased with that. But I did still want to document this photo, even though it wasn't great. But the story behind it is so special that it needed to be documented. So I am pulling in pinks on this layer, even though he's a boy. It really doesn't bother me about using pinks on boy pages. But the photo has like a red blanket in the back. And Spud, because he's a white dog with really pink paws on the photo, I thought it complemented the photograph quite well. So I've added my strip of stripy paper to the background. I've added some layers behind my photo. And before I started filming, I did kind of pick out some embellishments that I thought I'd like to use on this page. So I've got some florals, some leafy bits, and these are all from the Avenue collection by Jen Hadfield. So I mean, it's been one of my favourite collections of the year. I think it actually came out last year, but I've used it mainly this year. And I just love how you can really scrap anything, any kind of story with this collection. And the colours are gorgeous. So I really like how it looks. So I'm pulling in some leafy bits, some florals, and just kind of scattering them up the connection point of the pattern paper to my white cardstock. I'm tucking some in behind the photograph. I've got a little phrase piece. It says, I think, so much happy, and it's in like a floral wreath, and I really like how that looks. Some more florals at the top. I have fussy cut off the back of the stripy paper. I fussy cut one of the little dogs out. I had to include that on this page, obviously, because it's a story of my puppy, who isn't a puppy anymore but thinks he's still this small. I'm sure he does. He is a Staffordshire Bull Terrier, and he thinks he's a lap dog, so he will sit on my knee like he's a baby. He loves to be cradled like a baby. I think, it's my fault. I have babied him over the years. He's the only one of my children that don't answer me back. So yeah, he's my baby. He really is. I've added a little key sticker for no reason really, other than I just liked it, and it added a nice pop of the gold. I've added a little floral sticker near the top. And now I'm pulling in a couple more leafy stickers from the sticker book and just adding those in. And some Bramble Fox hearts as well. I love the Bramble Fox hearts and stars because they just add that perfect little something when you need a little bit of something extra on a page. So off camera, I stuck everything down. I did fussy cut around the leafy bits and anything with a white border, because I have found with this collection that the borders are really, really thick, and I prefer them a little bit smaller. I've added a title from just some thickers that I had in my stash, and it reads Puppy Love, which I thought was perfect for the photo. Now, on the branding strip for this black and white stripy paper, there was this the branding strip had little paw prints on. So I'm going to fussy cut some of those out and just add them in throughout the cluster of embellishments, because I think that works quite well, again with the story of the photograph, and as well because the black and it's black and white, it goes with the colours on the page as well. So I've stuck those down with some glue, and it's quite, they're quite subtle, they're just a tiny little detail. For a layout like this, where you're adding quite a lot of embellishments and things, those little details I think really do finish off the clusters. So I'm adding in some sequins now in gold. Again, another little detail just to add a little bit of something to the clusters. And I stick those down with the Tombow Mono Liquid, I think, is it Tombow Mono Multi-Liquid Glue, and it's the green bottle. I find this glue seems to work really well with sequins and stuff. Nothing has ever fallen off any of my pages, so I'm quite happy with this glue. Now I'm going to cover up my photo, and I'm going to come in with some of the Jen Hadfield Gold Glitter Mist, and add some splatters up and down the page. The original layout had splatters in gold as well, so it just adds a little bit of sparkle to the page. And that'll be my layout completed. I'm really looking forward to see what everyone creates this week. I really love this lift. It is a fantastic design and a great way of using up lots of embellishments, which for this collection I have tons left, so it works really well. So thank you for watching. Goodbye.